Good morning, I'm Jody the Meandering Maker, and I'm blessed today to be able to show you a fun project to create kindness. We are going to be working on tags. These tags were actually purchased from Amazon, but they're available at the library and here at Meandering Maker, and they're really cool. So these are just fun, big old shipping tags. There's also wooden ones available. But the object is, we've all been cooped up and we all are missing our friends and missing interaction with other people. So a great way to, number one, give yourself some relaxation and share with others is creating. At least that's what I believe here at Meandering Maker. So community is important and our friends are important, and so is creativity. So how do we put that all together? Well, I came up with a cute way to spread kindness and create. This is our campaign, Create Kindness. So these are shipping tags, like I said, that we just did fun things on. I have tried to mix a lot of things that are easy to get that you already have right at home. So these are not going to be super fancy things you have to go out and spend $100 on to create these. Think about crayons, think about paint you already have, and my favorite thing lately is old stamps. If you've noticed, stamping is coming back in style, but a lot of us have those old stamps from the 80s where we scrapbooked. You don't have to use the whole thing. You know, the teddy bear and the hearts? Forget that. Just tape off the teddy bear and use the hearts. Think about things that are open enough and not stylistic that you have to use that are going to look dated. And dated can be okay. Retro is cool too. So don't worry. Just get out your art supplies. Don't worry when you bought it or where it came from. Just take a look at it and try and think, how could I bring this to today, and how could I make this fun for my neighbor, teachers, friends, doctors, all those people who have been for us right now while we are kind of cooped up and stressed, frankly. So here we go. This one is cute. This is just from an easy stencil that was cool, and the fun part about it is, if you keep your backs relatively clean, you can write a personal note. So my idea would be just to say, hey Jan, I miss you. Thank you for the cookies yesterday. Love, Jody. Jan, thanks for the cookies. But these are, just hang them up on doors, on car windows, anywhere you think someone would like it that would be like a fun thing to find. So these are some of my quick ideas, and I mean quick ideas. These were just things, okay? I just think they were fun to not put a lot of thought into and make and drop. So I'm gonna make one for you today. A little commercial. Yes, this is my nice, pretty new stamps, but you guys will have plenty of stamps all over the place, so don't worry. An easy technique for stamps is maybe inking can be simple, but inking can be tough as well. But rather than put your image on the ink pad, put your ink pad on the image, if that makes sense. So I just go down, make sure I have it's nice and juicy, as they like to say. And then I just simply stamp down. So I got that on that one, but for fun, I'll do the other side. And I use a transfer sheet, a piece of plastic. You could tape it down, you could do whatever you want, or you can try and just place it with your hands. Most important thing is a solid line and no shifting, so no moving that around. Straight up, there you go. Look how pretty. So I did the P for Prineville because Prineville starts with a P. Still know that. So here is that. Another really fun idea is this. I did this last night. So this is like a do this last night, create in the morning type of project. I wadded this up and I dipped it in tea stain. So this has a really cool old, like this one, a really cool old funky look. So dip it in tea stain, let it dry. Now, fun fact, these are wax, so these are really nice. So the tea stain didn't exactly take like I thought it would, but I still got a neat yellowing. And one fun way to add some age without adding some stress is, and you can do something as scissors or a palette knife. It looks like I didn't bring my palette knife, but we'll be fine, we'll improvise. So here's a blade of scissors, and actually here, let's use the fork. Okay, so here's your fork. So take the edge and just get some paint. Don't overthink it, folks. Just make sure you have plenty of it off and just scrape that edge. You see how I'm doing that? And all of a sudden the tag has depth and definition, and it's just fun. And if that happens, that's good, right? You never find an old tag that's not been beat up a bit. So there you go. All of a sudden you have some creativity and some feel to it. And when you're creating for somebody else, you want something to tug at their heart and to have a tug. And I always feel like texture instantly brings that tug because it's a bit of nostalgia. So, okay, so this is just a ready-made drop-in here stencil, no big deal, a chicken, right? But let's put the chicken on it. So I'm just gonna lay that down. And again, you not use a lot of paint, and I'm gonna go with a brush, but I'm gonna go very light. And I'm just gonna brush it. I'm not looking for fancy. if it's going to be perfect, we need to go somewhere else, because we are just trying to tell somebody we care and not put a lot of time into it to where we get more stressed out. On the other hand, spending time on something that you care about is a good thing. So just don't get hung up on perfection, okay? I don't know about you, but I like anything anybody gives me. I like being thought about. It's nice. So other people will too. Okay, I wanted that kind of old looking, beat up looking. So there you go. Look how instantly that was and fun to create that. And you already know the chicken lady that's been cooped up for a while is gonna love this tag. So then you can do whatever you want. You could write on it. You could write a personal note. Again, you probably just have these things laying around from when you were stamping in the 80s or whenever you were doing it. So I'm gonna switch colors. I'm not even gonna change. I'm not gonna use water. I'm just gonna go for it. So I'm just gonna, if you've been in one of my classes, you know I always preach less paint is more. I just did not do that. So I don't know why I tell you guys these things. So these are fun. There you go. Just a little texture, right? And I'm gonna call that done, because I'm gonna want to write on that and put a fun tag. I use burlap. I think you probably could find thinner, and then just write your note, hang it, and go. Just think about teachers and get your kids involved. Think about these with markers, crayons, however you want to do it. Just don't stress out about it and make it fun to give. These are fun old stamps. So on the P one, I found these are old typography stamps, and I love them. I have them here at the shop for drop-ins, so you guys are welcome to come do that. But the rubber's shot. They no longer stamp, which is just fine. I just paint and drop it, and so you just drop it, and there you go. There's your cute O, and then of course I was going to drop an O for Oregon, an R for Oregon, and just do Prineville, Oregon. And wouldn't it be fun if this ended up in New York or somewhere else, and they knew where it was from? So you can put the zip code or whatever you want, and that's just it's just kind of fun to like get some energy around your creativity and not like overthink it. Don't overthink it. Just do what sounds fun, and most likely you'll be proud of yourself with something cute. So kids and teachers, post office workers, anybody who we've all been through this together. These are going to be really simple. If you don't want to go buy tags, understand. You can visit Cook County on the Move, and you could download the tag template, and you could use cardstock. Like I have cardstock right here, whatever you have on hand, and they can be cut out to fit that tag. And then if you want to, you can use string. We have a wonderful artist. I'm going to call her an artist. She says she's not, but you're going to see she is. Donna Barnes has learned how to watercolor over the pandemic. And look at these. I mean, there's no way I could ever pull this off. These are just gorgeous. So if you've been practicing a skill over the pandemic that you'd like to share, this is the perfect time to do it. Look at these. She has just taken these and made them their own, and they're beautiful. Like, be thankful. It's time to jingle. It's a great way to, instead of a Christmas card or before a Christmas card, just drop a line to somebody and tell them you're appreciating them. So use your skill to create kindness and have a great experience with your kids and your family, and spread what we can that's positive right now. So this is Jody with Meandering Maker, and I want to thank Cook County on the Move for the opportunity to create kindness with you. Thank you.